The skies of Volantis turned a mournful shade of crimson as the news of Emperor Valarr Qoherys' death spread like wildfire. His reign, marked by conquest and unity, had ended in a spectacular display of power and tragedy. Valorax, his mighty black dragon, had succumbed to grief, plummeting from the skies. The city's streets were filled with a mix of grief and uncertainty. The grandeur of his funeral pyre reflected in the eyes of his weeping subjects, as it reached towards the heavens, a beacon of his once divine purpose and right to rule. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting the city of Volantis in a somber glow, the lords and generals of New Valyria gathered in the vast square before the Triarch's palace. Their faces, once alight with the fire of conquest, now bore the solemn masks of grief and uncertainty. Emperor Valarr Qoherys lay upon his funeral pyre, his body adorned in the crimson and gold of his house. A crown of blackened gold upon his brow. The pyre, a towering structure of rare woods and precious spices, was a monument to his reign. His dragon Valorax beside him, their spirits forever entwined in the fiery embrace. The whispers of the prophecy that had driven him to such greatness now seemed a distant echo in the face of his mortality. His great-grandson, Maerys, heir to the Valyrian heritage, has ordered Valorax to lit the funeral pyre. Valorax! Drakarys! The flames of Valar's funeral pyre danced high into the night, casting a fiery glow over the tear-stained faces of the mourners. The cries of the dragon Valorax pierced the air, a heart-wrenching melody of loss and loyalty. As the embers cooled and the night grew still, the lords and generals, their heads bowed in respect, dispersed into the shadows of the city, each contemplating their place in a new world that was dawning without their beloved emperor. Hello, fellow lords and ladies, soldiers, merchants, commoners, and peasants. Welcome to a new tale, and the last tale of Emperor Valarr, the dragon. He died at the age of 91 years old. He died a natural death in his bed, in his palace, and around and surrounded by his beloved family. A prestigious man, Valar's deeds and exploits were spoken of throughout the known world. May he now rest in peace with the gods. His great-grandson, the heir of the Valyrian heritage, now sat beside his funeral pyre and ashes. Some call him a corrupt and an unjust man. and some vassal may not sit idly, but in the end, these are rumors that only traitors would speak of. Long live Emperor Maerys! Valarr Qoherys has died, causing his dragon Valorax to fly into a rage and establish a lair in old Volantis. His great-grandson, Maerys, was young when he was adopted by Valarr, mostly because his grandfather died, the son of Valarr died, and his grandson has also died, the father of Maerys. Because of this, Maerys was chosen and groomed by Valarr himself. Now Maerys, with a few guards, have gathered the ashes of Valarr, and he will keep them in a Triarch's palace until a tomb could be erected for the great emperor that once ruled New Valyria. Valarr was a dragon lord that survived the Valyrian doom, the doom of Valyria, as it is called. Took the power from the locals and raised an army to confront the people that have broken away from the mother, from the father, from Valyria, from the old Valyria. And from old Valyria, from the ashes of old Valyria, he reforged a new Valyria that is a beacon of Valyrian heritage, Valyrian nobility, and dragons. Now, Maerys will crown himself as Emperor of New Valyria. Amidst the ashes of his great-grandfather's pyre, Maerys Qoherys, the young and ambitious heir to the Valyrian legacy, felt the weight of the world upon his shoulders. As the crown of blackened gold was placed upon his head, the whispers grew louder. The eyes of his bannermen and council bore into him, filled with hope and doubt in equal measures. The dragons circling above let out a mournful roars that seemed to carry the echoes of Valar's fiery spirit. Taking a deep breath, Maerys declared, "Lords, generals, soldiers, and commoners, today I'll take the mantle of my great-grandfather and rule New Valyria, so I can assure a new era of stability and prosperity." The crowning of Maerys was a success. The lords obeyed him and listened to Valarr's choice to name him heir of Valyrian heritage and of the empire title. Now he has to solidify his rule and make new friends in the new empire of Valyria, so he can rule in peace and stability, and of course the most important, prosperity that has brought in West Essos, much needed prosperity, trade, and peace. Now we have to see what will happen. We got the treasure of our late great-grandfather. Your great-grandfather, Emperor Valarr Qoherys, has died, and now it falls to you to decide whether to make the funeral a big and special event, or just keep it a small and private one. My great-grandfather deserves to be honored with a funeral. All the lords and ladies of the realm are invited. Emperor Maerys of New Valyria has inherited the castle of the Black Wall from Commander Viserys of the Black Wall. He died in an accident not long after the death of the late Emperor, unfortunately. Viserys Qoherys has died, causing his dragon Matarion to fly into a rage and establish a lair in old Volantis. Something must be done about it. Indeed. The invitation has been sent to the lords and ladies of the realm to come to the funeral. It is time to prepare the feasts and the funeral itself. The guests will arrive soon. Best get on with it. Indeed. I'll spend lavishly on the food. Okay. Tagaros. Okay. Elos, as you know, is the heir capital, but for the moment we will keep it like that. The Emperor Maerys does not have a male heir, so soon when he will have one, he will name it Lord of Elos and King or Prince of North Valyria. Most of the council stayed the same as on the time of Valar, but the spymaster should be renamed, and the court physician, of course. And we will name Gorono as the court physician. Minor titles, we have to name a lot of them. Well, not all of them, just the captain of the household guard. And we will name, let's see, Harshil, Imperial General also. Harshil Tolman. Each year to celebrate the founding of the city of Volantis, chariots race side by side along the battlements of the Black Walls. My guests would surely be impressed if I sponsored this year's race as a entertainment for the feast. Bring me the finest charioteers in Volantis. The young great aunt, my young great aunt, has finished her education in bookkeeping and administration. It is evident that she has excelled in her studies. This pleases me. Skilled steward, indeed. Dragonstone. Daughter was born to Nalika Tolman, and Emperor Valarr, as a last gift, I think, left for this world, he left a daughter to this girl. Oh, she's Tolman, of course, because she doesn't look like a Tolman. But nonetheless, we'll name her Reina, even though she's not culturally Valyrian or gods of Valyrian gods. Let's see. children's Orion. Orion is my kinsman. Let's do rowdy and willful. Let's see. We have to name people here. This will increase happiness. Master of the Royal Elephants would be, let's see, Lord Paran Narbo of Mir. Court Tutor, need one of the best one. And we will name Valyria. King's Justice. And it will be named Arilos. And that's all our titles. Let's move on. All the guests have arrived at old Volantis, and it is now time to start the feasting to celebrate the life of Emperor Valarr Qoherys. A lot of people will attend. Oh my god, look at these complaints. Lord Valyria of Exile has used the disadvantage of the feast in all Volantis to present a petition for justice before the court. He claims to Valyria but has had one of his kinsmen murdered. Did you do that? No, she didn't. Valyria is clearly not guilty. The petition justice before the court. He claims that Tahemar Red Skull had his kinsman there, Qoherys, murdered. To be arrested and made to answer. Pirate Lord Ezan of Grey Gallows has evaded capture and is refusing to come all Volantis. Leave free for now. Lady Chalayaya, a pirate, assassin, has antennas for Pirate Lord Ezano. He again evaded. Harris Qoherys using attendance of the feast and all that to present a petition to justice before the court. He claims Tahran Red. Yes, I arrested him twice. The more Pentosi pale amber wine Princess Visenya drank at the feast, the more and louder she talked and laughed, until she let out a loud snoring and fell face first to her plate. The servants discreetly removed Princess Visenya from the table and took her to a bedchamber. That's disgusting. She's my kinswoman, actually my grandmother, not great grandmother. Dora, her life. Have you tried Dora that? Dora is clearly not guilty. Claims that sold in the honor by heavy illicit. That's what have you done? His wife? I'll order a game to pay just a recompense. An illicit relation with his wife behind his back. Darren, have you done that? Oh, you did. Just pay the recompense. Lord Maerys spoke up and told everyone how great the food at my feast was. I was really glad someone was kind enough to say something nice about the food, given how hard I had worked to ensure the food was the best part of the feast. Thank you. So dishonored by having illicit relation with his wife. This is what have you done? No, it's not true. Judging him to warn false blame. Okay. A minor merchant from Old Volantis is the president at the feast and has taken the opportunity to bring a petition before you. he says that Valyrian Qoherys owes him a debt, has gone unpaid. Whilst Valyrian himself claims that this debt is not longer valid and urges you to declare the debt cancelled. The debt stands, the merchant must be paid. The Triarch horse lord Doko has launched a raid on our land, but if it's plunder they seek, perhaps we can try and placate them with a tribute? No! Where is their army though? Oh, they have little army. A local lord can deal with that. The funeral. The friends and family of the departed, as well as notable lords of the realm, arrives at the keep. The body of Emperor Valarr, cleaned and prepared for viewing, dressed in the finest funeral garbs and accessories, sits in a casket placed at the feet of the ruling seat. The gathered crowd buzzes with the hushed whispers cut with the mournful cries from those closest to the dead. Soon as the priest enters the court and approaches the body, turning to the assembled, the priest reads sacred rites over the dead and begins a eulogy, noting the deeds of the deceased. The speech finished, the party join the funeral feast, where close friends share tales of valor, glory, and honor to keep the memory of the dead and combat griefs grasped as the body is interred. And so is done. Emperor Valarr Qoherys died a natural death. He was a man who was known to be most courageous as well as being most fair to look upon. Emperor Valarr was one of the greatest warriors of his generation, his martial prowess being famed throughout the kingdom. Sir Valarr wielded the Valyrian steel sword Chimera and famously was known to be a dragon rider. And so is done. Very well, should be merciful. The chariot race upon the black wall is about to begin. You and the guests watch a 6-4 horse chariot charge side by side around the great oval of fused black dragon stone. By the end, everyone is most enthusiastic, and as the feasting resumes, you are thanked for this year's sponsorship. I trust it was a fine spectacle. You have slaves outside your capital. They will be brought to your camps in old Volantis. You have a new heir. Okay. Let's name him Baylor. No, you will not get the title of kingdom. Well, Carter owes you a favor. We will hold a feast for the local lords to come and consort and see their new liege lord, Aemor, for Anta's sake. Very well. No, I'll not give you that. I hereby invite you to. Most of the preparation for the feast has been made. Now I only have to send on the invitations. Traveling dancers. Let's hire them. Mason died in the prison. We have 3 prisoners. We got chased. New dragon, Valorax. Vedar. Because of the death of Emperor Valarr, most of the houses around that have Valyrian blood have begun to tame dragons, and this has begun to get out of the hands of the Dragon Lord. And the Dragon Lords are becoming no more than just some nobles. But we shall see what's to come. Welcome to my feast. Who's there left to settle? You think Sola of Southstone murdered? You did that, Orena? You did that. I'm sorry. But if you pay me, I'll ransom you back. Okay, you're free to go. Thank you. Your flagship, Isle of Cedars, has given years of good service to the new Valyrian fleet, but is now aging. It must either be retired or restored at a substantial cost to the treasury. She must be kept in the fleet. Of course she must. A list of the last of the guests has returned home, and everyone agreed it was the year's greatest feast. I had a great fun, and so did everyone else. With this feast, we made new friends and also new enemies. As you see, the faction of the Empire of New Valyria is full. It's a lot of them, but so there are crown loyalists. Let's see the known plots. There are a lot of plots against people around here. The stability and peace must be contained. Also, Vhagar is the dragon of Maerys, and is very good one. But she got wounded. I just see now. This your dragon is a bit adventure. Move it back to court. Oh, she's at Lordship at Sumbiar. Released from the dragon pit. This will make her way powerful. It's about time to change my ways. Energy no more. That's still the head of Mason. A daughter was born to Maerys. No way, adulteress. Well, we killed Mason, so I'll name her, I don't know, Helena. All of them are not dragon bloods, as you know. Your request is granted. School of Mason. This is nice. This is nice. We have the head of we have a lot of dragon eggs. Red Wings, Embarlen, Vhagar. School of Gazdord of Sumbiar. Valarr first had it. And then School of Mason. I wonder what happened to the Zobri and Morgon. Interesting. The eggs that dragon eggs of Valorax that Valarr head, Dragon Sphinx, Chimera, Valyria steel armor, and dragon egg. Suspected Kinslayer. Oh, he got, I think, the... Let's see. He has 6 eggs. My goodness, it's a lot. Let's see. Show me the dragons. We have a lot of dragons around. Just Moonfire. Look at him. He's indeed. He looks like a ice dragon. If you ask me, or cold dragon, something like that. Selhoron and Valorax. Wild dragons. There are a lot of wild dragons too, and dragon eggs. Nonetheless, let's see. Valyrian is in drakarys, and is one of the most powerful dragons alive. These are dragons of that have come from the house of Targaryen. Nessarian, Morgon, Deathwing, Moonshadow, Terax, Urax. We have 2 Terax. Valyrian, Rhaenyral, Dana Targaryen, Ondordaris with Firecatcher, that's a cool name, Ariax, and Gortalon. These are dragons of House Targaryen, of House Sonarian. We have from the dragon Neltarian, one of the oldest dragons, and powerful, Vhagar, that is ours, Faumlyre, Glimmer, Selhoron, Fornaxis, and Blackhorn. So the dragons of House Sonarian. And yeah, let's see the dragons of House Varesis. We have Vasarian, one of the oldest dragons, well, but not the powerful. He got humbled, I think, because of the age. We have Ozalagon, Vhagar, another Vhagar, Ragnon, Valorax. Oh, they are paired together with Matarion, and they born the Valorax. Interesting. And Shrikos. On the house, dragons of House Qoherys, we have Valorax, Redwing that died, Artaxis, Gentix died, sick and misshapen, Matarion, Valorax, Demagon, Ariax, Skydancer, Myr. Myr is the most powerful one. Interesting. Has a lot of combat skill. Embarelion, Aenian, Teiral, and Teiral is too powerful. Interesting to see this. Nightpyre, Moonfire, Zobrigon, and Drakarys. These are the dragons of our house. And this is all the dragons from the known world. Also, in the west, in Westeros, a lot of things are happening. The Rich is one of the most powerful nations. They're attacking also the Silver Hill. Claim on Silver Hill War. What's the Silver Hill? Oh, okay. I think the duchy itself. And Castamere are not joining. I think this is the... these are always happening. Oh, Dragonstone has increased in size. They conquered the Crackle Point. Mostly, I think, because of the trade. They are doing that. But Maerys knows that they are only independent Dragon Lord house that are not under the new Valyrian law, and the only territories that are not yet reconquered by Valyria. Everything has been conquered and more that once were the territories were once ruled by New Valyria. But Maerys has a lot of plans that wants to hold on to and to expand the new Valyrian Empire and to live on, not under the shadow of his predecessor, basically his great-grandfather, but to live up to him. And I see that the north is at war with the Vale over the sisters, and King John the Gamer of the Vale has won. Also, Arana the Just, she single-handedly conquered back the north from the wildlings and even expanded a lot. A new king has been proclaimed beyond the wall, and he's reclaiming the lands beyond the wall, and I think they will challenge again the Night's Watch. Lord Commander Harris Sunglass is now ruling it. After Walton, the Black, basically Lord Commander Davon the Black, Walton, Manderly, the Night's Watch just got almost destroyed. The last of the Night's Watch retreated down to the north with the last troops, and Devon the Black has got elected, and after that Tristan the False Knight, he repelled after the north has reconquered the territories from the wildlings, and the north restored the Night's Watch. He was back as Lord Commander, the Tristan the False Knight, and he defeated the wildling invasion again into the Night's Watch and killed a lot of people, as you see. Thoran and a lot of wildlings have fallen to his mighty sword. We have Prince Manfrey, the oppressor of Martell, and they are fighting a civil war against the rule of Prince Manfrey. In the Stormlands, it's just a big, I don't know what's happening here. We have Storm King Hector II of Overstone. What's happened here? Oh, after his death? Let me see. Well, what is this? I think this girl was his wife of Duran, the 32, and he divorced her, and was also married Martinelli. It's just weird. Very, very weird. Yeah, they were married Martinelli. Linet is the only Durandan that came from that line. But there are plenty of Durandans still alive, but I don't know if they will choose Baldric, Adam, and Erich is still around as a lord. Where? Oh, in the Bay of Crabs. Okay, we have the Empire of the Trident here, ruled by Queen Shiera the Fowler, Tali, and the next in line is Bracken, Anis Bracken. I don't know how the Blackwoods would see that. In the Iron Islands, we have a new Iron King, King Urigon Merlin. And that's the state of the Westeros. In the Essos part, Durin. In the Essos part, basically the east of Essos, we have Kart that is destroying the Lazarin people. The Giscari kingdoms are barely holding on. Harrow has united, almost united the Dothraki again, because they split away. Because the Mengo that ruled them has died, was trampled to death by horses on the order of Khal Harrow of Harrow, basically of this horde. Durin. And the Jogos and Ahai have united, I see. In ET is just a big mess. They're fighting some revolts here, and they do not have a chance. And that's kind of all the state of east of Essos. There's not much to see. Sarnor is back on the line. They're no longer in a civil war, and they can defend our border against raids from the Dothraki. As you see here, they have a lot of raids from Khals, and they are a good buffer state between us and the Dothraki, and I don't care what happens to them. I'm not gonna interfere. It's their choice if they fall or not. And yes, and as you know, his rule will be established on stability and prosperity and peace, and he tries to hold on that. And yes, most of the people likes him. Tyrannical stain, abomination of incest. Okay, let's give some money, mostly to the council position. This will mostly the high lords also. This will help us not people will not revolt against us. That's a surprise and good. This will also help us hold on to the power and the peace, and we can hope for the best for the future and continue the legacy of our late father, great grandfather. And we will not fall in civil wars, and will not lose the reign or land to other people around us. Here in the south, in Sotorios, the Arahon of the Basilisk Island have colonized Basilisk Point, and this is very interesting. This gives an idea to Emperor Maerys what to do in the future. Sotorios has been a wild continent, even though Valarr have traveled down to Yin and back with his dragon. But nonetheless, this can happen, and as Gogosos is doing this colony, this will prove if it's futile or not, but only time will tell. We are closing a new era soon enough. In just 40 or 30 years, we will have a new era, and we will close this subject. King Narbo of Qohor is incapable, or what? Yes, is incapable. And King Valyrian Qoherys has died. Okay, that's what happened. Need a new advisor, and we'll name the Lord Paramount of Myr. So increase our relations with the local lords and so on. And our beloved Emperor Maerys has now decreed a new law, but this will be one that will increase his power in money, prestige, and troops, most of them important. The law will be approved. Imperial Majesty, the colony of Basilipo is under siege by forces of Led Pazani of Talon. The capital must be sent. I think the colony will not hold because of these wars that happens. The Lords of New Valyria has approved the institution of the absolute realm of authority law. So now we will give some land, the most powerful of all of the lords around, and we will give the kingdom of Volantis to the Drakarys. This will ensure that people stay loyal. We'll have only a Triarch here, the Justiciar. Okay, let's see who can be this. Here is the Justiciar. I see the Lord Paramount Maegor, the oppressor, can be. That's good. Stormsinger. Let's put Shayra or Agot. Let's put Agot as our Stormsinger. We also have Davo. I think yes, she has died of the dread plague. Valyria, the Stormsinger of Kizaria. Unfortunately, she had a dragon. Mailer. Dynasty of the Black Skulls, I think, died off. Yes, they died off. They have also a bastard, so our branch house, the cadet house of Black Skull, has died as the one of Drakar. I died off too. The Ward Skull still lives on. They have 8 members. That's very good for them. Also, the Red Skulls lives on in how it's called, the Volantis Disputed Lands. They are lords there. And that's all with our cadet branches houses. For the time being, this is all. Our emperor has did everything to stabilize the empire and to keep the peace, and he has succeeded in a big picture. The factions have been less and less present here, as you see. Most of them are lowering crown authority. So yes, this is our beloved emperor has done the best and kept the peace. The reign of Emperor Maerys Qoherys began with a solemn vow to honor Valar's legacy and bring peace to the lands of New Valyria. His youthful vigor and wisdom beyond his years inspired hope in the hearts of his subjects. Maerys worked tirelessly to ensure that the alliances and conquests of his great-grandfather would not be in vain. He met with the lords and generals, his words measured and strong, promising a new era of stability and prosperity. The dragons of Valyria once again became the guardians of peace, rather than harbingers of war. Emperor Maerys Qoherys has done well of hosting feasts and giving money to the important lords so that they will remain loyal, has uplifted the morale of the realm. So now his promise of prosperity and peace shall be done. Some lords would still hate him, but it's a part of ruling. And he has done well by taking the mantle of ruling this vast empire that his great-grandfather has conquered, ruled and stabilized. Because now all of the Valyrian heritage lies upon his hands. Now, fellow lords and ladies, soldiers, merchants, commoners and peasants, this was the tale of the death of our beloved Emperor Valarr Qoherys and the crowning of Maerys Qoherys. A dragon has died and the dragon has risen.